Polish death metal artist gets blasphemy charges dismissed. So we previously covered the story, and now we have a very happy ending to it. Death metal musician Adam Nergal-Darsky, a founding member of the band Behemoth, recently announced that the blasphemy charges levied against him have been dismissed. On September 25th, 2019, Nergal had posted a picture of his foot stepping on what appears to be a painting of the Virgin Mary, which you can see here. Then, in February 2021, Nergal was convicted of offending religious feelings with a penalty fine that equated to nearly $5,000 USD. He contested the conviction and formed the organization Ordo Blasphema to help monetarily assist other artists legally persecuted for their creative expression and to fight for the repeal of the blasphemy provision in the Polish Penal Code. Nergal announced his victory in an Instagram post and said, quote, "Common sense beats the crap out of fundamentalist agendas, which means one more step towards Poland remaining a secular state."
Okay. I was just looking for the blasphemous art that we did on this to share with everybody.
Yes, we made art for this story.
Guys, we made art for the story while this was happening. So I'm just trying. I was being very careful. I'm going to show it right now. I was just trying to be very careful because a lot of people might not know. We make two versions of all our art. One is safe for work, and the other one is not safe for work. The safe for work, we email it to our newsletter subscribers, and I'm going to show you the safe for work version. Oh, by the way, if you're not on our newsletter, get on our newsletter so you can get all our blasphemous art, the safe for work version of it for free. They're still sexy, even though they're safe for work. And the not safe for work version of it, which involves nudity, is only available to our patrons, and you can become a patron. Link in the description. Anyway, so about this news, here's the blasphemous art. Like this, we did this a while back ago. This is the blasphemous art we did about this. Wait, am I zoomed in? Yes.
Yes. So, this was my idea.
Yeah. This is Mother Mary, because that's what he's getting punished for. Like apparently you can't blaspheme against Mother Mary in Europe, which is unbelievable. So we just wanted to celebrate the fact that he's not backing down, and we just made this blasphemous art about that, right? Again, guys, we have so much more blasphemous art. This was like a long time ago that we did this, and we have so much more now, and we send it to all our newsletter subscribers to get. What was your thought? Like, what made you think of this?
So
yeah, explain.
They were saying that this was so crazy to me. So these people brought charges against him for this quote unquote blasphemy for a post that was made years beforehand. So they came after him like 2 years after the original post. And they were saying that this is so insulting to the Virgin Mary. This is insulting to people's religious sensibilities and all this stuff. And my contention was, how can you speak for the Virgin Mary? How can you decide that this is an insult or a disparaging to her? Maybe she likes, licking some boots. Maybe there are people who like being stepped on. There's nothing wrong with that. And we decided to, do our own spin on this story.
Yeah, like you're making assumptions on behalf of Mother Mary, and you never asked her. Maybe she's honored. So there you go. Very good point. Very good point.
Oh my gosh, wait, AGA had the funniest comment. She's saying, "I'm extremely upset we haven't been banned from Poland yet."
Yeah, guys, like what do we have to do to complete the set? Atheist Republic had the Malaysian government coming after us, right? Mm-hmm. So we got the Islamic country covered. We had the BJP, the Hindu government coming after us. So we got the Hindu one done. We need a Christian. Well,
and there was also Pakistan.
We got Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan also came. I mean, Pakistan just like silent. They gave us the silent treatment. They just banned us. Like it wasn't like the India.
That counts for something.
Yeah. Okay. Pakistan okay. I guess we're gonna block your website and Facebook page in Pakistan without raising much of a stink about it. It was like we were mentioned in Malaysian's parliament, the deputy minister like mentioned
Well, and
us.
then brought
They tried to
on the
block
floor
on
of
the
the United
entirety of
Nations.
Facebook. They asked in the Malaysian parliament asked if we should like block all of Facebook in their parliament as a way to tackle Atheist Republic. That was a serious proposal by a deputy minister in the parliament. We have video footage of that. So we got Malaysia, and then India. We like our Atheist Republic has been mentioned all the way in the Supreme Court of India as a way to tackle our blasphemy. So like Pakistan hasn't been treating us that as seriously as Malaysia and India, but we don't care Pakistan. We want to get the Christian. We want to get a Christian country, and it's really hard to get a Christian country to come after us because they're not as sensitive these days. They used to be, but go on.
Well, and Poland is one of the few Christian nations that is actually keeps up this penalizing people for blasphemy. Like we also did Art of the LGBT Virgin Mary, because people were facing up to 2 to 3 years in prison for basically doing a creative rainbow halo rendition of a local icon of the Madonna. You know, like serious
Poland
penalties.
Is our only hope to get on a radar of a Christian government, or Hungary could be also. I think it's Poland.
Yeah.
We have to. What do we have to do, Poland, for you to come after us? Do something. We have to try hard. It's going to be really.
It was really interesting. His case was dismissed because the ruling stated that the post in question was posted in a social media channel targeted for a specific audience with an appropriate disclaimer. So they're basically saying, if you're scrolling the page of a death metal artist known to be a Satanist, you're probably going to see something like this. It's for that audience. I thought that was interesting, the means of dismissal. And he's faced numerous blasphemy charges before. This isn't his first time, but I think one of the coolest things about him doing this is him starting Ordo Blasphema, that is specifically to fight for the repeal of the blasphemy provision in Poland. And he calls it what it is. He's bold, and he says, this is to fight for true secularism, which other country has blasphemy laws. And then people corrected him. There's a lot. They're Islamic ones. But yeah, I really appreciate his stance on this and just not backing down. Although he did say some very spicy things in his announcement of the case being dismissed, because he is saying, oh yay, this is one more step towards Poland remaining a secular state. And then he continues, he says, moreover, I know it's like talking to a wall, but to all my adversaries, don't give me that do the same with the Quran BS, because it's old and irrelevant. I keep on spamming here because I simply love polarization between half of you dear followers congratulating me for the battle won, and the other half that would love to see me cruci-effed. Instead of crucifixed.
Yeah, I mean, guys, not everybody has to do all brands of activism. We do it. We desecrated the Quran. But you can't just be what's next? You have to do every goddamn book out. Just focus on whatever. If you want to focus on Christianity, focus on Christianity. It's fine. By the way, guys, I must remind you. Yeah, go ahead.
I actually think that criticism isn't coming from other people like us saying, why don't you do the Quran? That criticism is probably coming from Christians trying to throw it in his face. Oh, you're doing it because it's similar to the criticism we got from Hindu extremists didn't actually know that we'd already done it. We're you think you're so brave to do it to Hindus? You do it because we won't fight back. Do it to the Quran. And I'm like, I already did.
Sus, we still to this day we get people telling us you would never. A lot of Hindus still tell us you would never do this to Islam or the Quran. It's so amazing. That's so. You have no idea. You have no idea. Anyways, I do want to. I was going to mention something. Yeah, Poland is not just a European. This is already outrageous that we have something like this. We don't have just blasphemy laws, okay? Because some other countries have, Canada has blasphemy laws, but they're not enforced. They're just sitting on the book, which is already an embarrassment. They should be removed. But this is such outrageous in a much higher degree, because these are blasphemous laws that are being enforced. And again, not just in a European country, in an EU member European country. Like, how is this a thing? This is going to make it so difficult for us to even go fight blasphemy in other places where an EU member state actually enforces blasphemy laws that they have in the books. And Poland, did this to the other one. There was another story from Poland as well, where we had a woman who had Mother Mary with the rainbow halo, and she got into legal trouble. It is unbelievable that we're seeing this in European countries. Like, come on.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.